People, this would not be a day for performing at the MUNY. Ooh! Anyways, this fan is also useless. Let's check in on the freesias. They ain't doing much. And the other one, I don't even care to discuss it. Anyway. The real feel in Manhattan right now is 102. What? That you said MUNY, Billy? What's the MUNY? Do you guys know about the MUNY? The MUNY is an outdoor theater in St. Louis, the St. Louis MUNY. It is huge. Been there since 1916. Outdoor seating, about 12,000 seats. Not kidding you. And like the back 1,500 are free. 17 football fields from the stage. The MUNY's been there forever. It is, I've never played the MUNY. I have seen a show at the MUNY. You need binoculars. And I got to like tour the stage and stuff, or like toured through St. Louis. It's a unique and incredible place. Now, outdoor theaters, summer theaters are not unique to the country, but this one is crazy because for centuries and centuries, shows have toured through the MUNY. They'll do their own shows, but there was a time when like big shows would go out for the summer with big stars in them. Like example, Lauren Bacall doing Applause, touring around the country for the summer, and at one point playing the MUNY. Now, because the stage is so big, your set that you're touring with is gonna look this big over there. So they have to make separate sets for the MUNY, and they're literal wagons that get rolled onto the huge football field. I think it is actually the size of a football field stage. And you can have thousands of extras, an ensemble. But anyway, so shows touring through would have to have specific MUNY sets. Funny story, I knew somebody years ago who was Lauren Bacall's personal driver when she played the MUNY. At the end of her stint at the MUNY, to tip him for driving her around all over the place, she gave him all the half-empty, drunk-up bottles of booze from her dressing room. You're welcome. Thanks. Wow. Other MUNY stories. A friend of mine was doing West Side Story there 100 years ago. And there's a scene where Riff has to come running in to talk to Tony to convince Tony to rumble or something. And the line he starts with is Riff has to say, "Rig-a-tig-a-tum-tum, why not? You can't say no, Tony boy, without saying why not." I didn't write it. Tony's out there, he's painting a fence or something on the football field. There's no Riff. And he's painting. And then off stage, you hear on his offstage mic, which has been turned up, "Oh dear God, no!" And out through a side door, running, no shoes on. Here comes Riff running across the football field. "Rig-a-tig-a-tum-tum, why not? You can't say no, Tony boy, without saying why not." Anyway. Years ago, a friend of mine did Jesus Christ Superstar at the MUNY, which is about as edgy as they get for the MUNY. And she was playing Mary Magdalene. And a local TV station's doing a piece on it and asking her, "So, Mary, virgin mother or not?" And she's like, I'm the Magdalene? The other Mary in the story? And while they're talking, and the Jesus actor is there too, a leaf blew into her hair. And Jesus plucked it out, and she looked at the camera and said, "See, Jesus is always looking out for me." MUNY. The other thing, MUNY is the great butt of a lot of jokes of mine. When people are in the dressing room at a Broadway show putting on more men's makeup than men should have unless they're doing La Cage aux Folles, I will look at them and say, "We're not playing the MUNY. You can tone it back a little bit." I also did a show where one of the women in the ensemble, we called everything she did MUNY acting. There was a scene where there was like a bread line and people were hungry. Honey, she was MUNY hungry. Oh! They did a big dance number and everybody's tired after it. She was MUNY tired after the end of the number. So the MUNY is just, it's a great dial it back. The house isn't that big kind of joke. Anyways, I do feel for the poor people at the MUNY now. I know a lot of people this season going to the MUNY. They're doing Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Why? Do something a little edgy or anything, MUNY. Challenge your audience. Try doing Rent. Try doing In the Heights. MUNY, really. But anyways, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I think I can name maybe 2 of the brothers and 3 of the brides that are not white people. Do better, MUNY. Oof. But anyways, I digress. So anyways, I've just had the MUNY on my mind today. I don't know why, and it's booga hot, so I'm going back into my house. Goodbye now. Oh, now that I'm inside, here's more MUNY stories. I just remembered. The same friend that played Mary Magdalene, she had been there previous years and years since then. At one point, she was doing Fiddler on the Roof. Now, the joke with MUNY also is because the stage is so far from the audience, we can all play teenagers at the MUNY. Hell, I can still play a teenager at the MUNY. So she's doing Fiddler, and she's playing one of the daughters. All 5 of Tevye's daughters are well above the age of playing Tevye's daughters, but it's the MUNY. So in rehearsal, there's Tevye introducing the daughters to like the whoever, and this is my eldest, and the actress goes, and this is my eldest, and this is my eldest. Because they were all so damn old. What other story? Was that it? No, that same friend, she went out there to do Bye Bye Birdie and play Rose, and she brought her son with her at the time. He was 8, and a little performer. They're like, oh, we'll put him in the show. They gave him a little dance special somewhere in Bye Bye Birdie. The papers the next day said 8-year-old steals the show at the MUNY. At the MUNY. His parents decided to not tell him. They thought his ego would do better without knowing that. Well, while they were there, this is the kid whose Halloween costumes I made forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. While he was there, they were in rehearsal for Little Shop of Horrors, and he saw it and loved it. So that Halloween, when it came time for his 8-year-old self, what do you want to be this Halloween? He was like, I want to be Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, which is why she's still sitting in my apartment. Yeah, that's the Audrey 2 I made for my little friend who saw that show at the MUNY. So all things return to the MUNY. All right, there you go. That was the end of it. I swear. Okay, now bye.